Hello guys, a very good afternoon and good evening to everybody out here, whoever is here attending the class. Today we'll be continuing with the third part of this very special quiz, which is the Gradeup Special 7 quiz, wherein we have got these 5 important questions for you from 7 very important sources for your UPSC preparation. All these magazines and journals important for UPSC exam so that your preparation could be holistic. So let's take up these 5 important questions today. These questions that we have taken today are from RSTV. काफ़ी important है. In fact, as I said in the first session, that there are 2 ways in which you would be enriching your knowledge base for the preparation of UPSC. One is the knowledge itself, the content itself, and secondly, the way in which you tackle the questions. आपको जो एक ability है जो question tackle करने की, वो काफ़ी sharpen हो जाएगी, hone हो जाएगी if we attending these sessions, these quizzes. Now guys, first of all you need to do is you need to log into menti.com and please do use the code. कुछ नहीं करना, you don't have to register or anything because that involves a lot of hassles. All you have to do is go to this site menti.com and use the code 8607039. ये कोड यूज कर लीजिए and directly you would see yourself on the leaderboard, whatever your scores may be, and this is how we can make the quiz more participative. Alright, also before going forward to the first question, guys, please make sure that you do subscribe to this Gradeup IS channel. Also do like this session because it's going to be fun and interesting, and you'll get something extra apart from your regular preparation at the end of this session. Alright, so let's begin with question number 1 of 5. So all geared up? Those of you who have just joined, again I'm reminding you, menti.com पर जाइए and please 8607039 ये code use कीजिए and directly you can be a participant in this quiz. Alright, so let's take up the first question of the day, guys, without waiting any further. Which of the following statements is incorrect with regard to Good Governance Index? You have the question over here, 3 options. Good Governance Day is observed in India annually on 25th December, the birth anniversary of former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri. In the newly released index, states and UTs are divided into 3 groups and were measured on 50 indicators in 10 sectors of governance. Gujarat emerged on top of the recent Good Governance Index amongst 18 big states in the country. So आपको incorrect statement select करने हैं, not the correct ones. Please don't get confused over here. Incorrect one, you have to identify the incorrect statements. So you have sufficient time. Please go through them one by one and try to identify the right answer. It's not very difficult. अगर आप एक option भी, एक statement भी अगर आपको थोड़ा clarity है, so in a very calculated sort of way you can get the answer right. Not a very difficult one. Medium level difficulty question. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Time's going to be up. Alright, so time's up. Let's see what is the right answer. And here we have the right answer 1 and 3 only. So 1 and 3 only, they are incorrect. Incorrect पूछा था. Don't forget, right? Alright, so let's see what do we have on the leaderboard. Okay guys, please do register to Menti. Do get to menti.com and use this code for playing this quiz, because your leaderboard participation is also important so that you can see your real-time performance, right? I can see some of you active on the comment box, but please also be active on the leaderboard as well. All right, so those of you who have just joined, please go to menti.com और ये को use कीजिए so that you can play this quiz for yourselves. So let's see what the question says. Incorrect पूछा हुआ है, and the first and third, they are naturally the incorrect ones, and the second one is correct. Now, Good Governance Day, that is observed in India annually on 25 December because it is not the birth anniversary of Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. He was born on 2nd October, the same day which is the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. This is the birth anniversary of our former and very widely respected Prime Minister of India, ex Prime Minister अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी, इनकी बर्थ एनिवर्सरी पे गुड गवर्नेंस डे ऑब्जर्व किया जाता है 21 दिसंबर 2014 से स्टार्ट कर दिया है. सो वी हैव बीन ऑब्जर्विंग दैट. एंड दिस गुड गवर्नेंस इंडेक्स बेसिकली गवर्नेंस को मेजर करता है अलग अलग स्टेट्स का, जो इंटरवेंशन उन्होंने पॉलिसी इंटरवेंशन कोई स्कीम्स वगैरह इनिशिएटिव्स लिए हैं, इनका क्या इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है. इट आइडेंटिफाइज एंड मेजर्स दैट सो दैट appropriate interventions and measures can be taken to expedite the good governance in the country. आपको पता है कि जो present dispensation है गवर्नमेंट है, इनका काफी फोकस है गुड गवर्नेंस पे. सो एक यार्ड स्टिक मिल जाता है अलग अलग स्टेट्स को टू सी हाउ वेल दे आर फेयरिंग विद रिगार्ड टू गुड गवर्नेंस, और एक कंपेटिटिव फेडरलिज्म के स्पिरिट भी वो कहीं ना कहीं प्रमोट करता है. So it measures 50 indicators in 10 sectors of governance. 10 sectors हैं अलग अलग, be it agriculture, be it commerce, be it the public utility or maybe the environment. So अलग अलग 10 sectors हैं जहाँ पे इसको स्टेट को जज किया जाता है गुड गवर्नेंस के बेसिस पे. And the third statement says Gujarat emerged on top. So this is actually a trap because ज्यादातर इंडिसेस में आपको पता है गुजरात लीड करता है, बट नॉट इन दिस केस. हियर द स्टेट दैट लीड्स ओवर हियर इज तमिलनाडु फॉलोड बाय महाराष्ट्र फॉलोड बाय कर्नाटका. So this happens to be incorrect one. This was to basically trap you. All right, so let's move on to the next question. I'm sure you understood this. A very important question rather for your exam. Now guys, again please do like the quiz and also do subscribe to Gradeup IAS channel, because this is where we would be conducting all these quizzes. And please do go to menti.com and register yourself for participating in this quiz so that your names can be reflected on the leaderboard. All right, so all geared up for question number 2, right? Okay, so let's take up the next question of the day, and here it is in front of you. Which of the following statements are correct with regard to glaciers and avalanches? All right, so quite a different question. Governance से मुड़ के geography की तरफ चलते हैं. Just Siachen Glacier is known as the highest militarized zone in the world, number 1. Second is heavy snowfall, wind direction and higher temperatures are the important factors that trigger avalanches. All right, and the third statement says that avalanches are not common in North America and Europe. So avalanche से related बात कर रहा है question, and you have to identify the correct statements with regard to glaciers and avalanches. 3 options हैं. You have sufficient time to answer. In fact, it is not a very difficult question to answer. Again, a medium level question, but nonetheless आपको थोड़ा सा एक information होनी चाहिए so that on the basis of that information you can get your answer right. So you have a couple of more seconds. Hurry up guys, the countdown has begun. The last few seconds, hurry up. 3, 2, 1. All right, so your time is up. Let's see what is the right answer. 1 and 2 only. 1 and 2 only are correct. Guys, again please do participate. menti.com पे जाइए, 8607039 कोड को यूज कीजिए. So ये question है, it is talking about glaciers and avalanches. So first of all it talks about the Siachen glaciers, and Siachen glacier you know काफी important है इंडिया के लिए strategically, and as such it happens to be the highest militarized zone in the world. Highest militarized zone या highest battlefield in the world at the height of 24,000 feet, which is indeed the highest in the world in terms of this military presence somewhere in the world. And also it happens to be the longest glacier of the Karakoram region. Karakoram region का longest glacier है, second longest glacier है when it comes to non-polar area. So as such it happens to be a huge glacier, predominantly under the occupation of India, right? Operation Meghdut launch किया था इंडिया ने 1984 में. Almost the entire glacier is under, the dominating heights are under the control of India, right? Pakistan missed that opportunity just by 1 day, so they had also launched this operation but it was unsuccessful. Good for India and our national security. Alright, so this is the correct statement, no doubt. As for the second statement, heavy snowfall, wind direction, and higher temperatures are the important factors that trigger avalanches. This is absolutely correct, because you need to have a lot of snowfall, और snowfall generally इतने level की winters में आती है, because summers में the snowfall is not there by and large, and winters में काफी ज़्यादा snowfall होती है, thick snowfall होती है in regions में wherein we have this lot of accumulation of snow and ice. And wind direction भी अगर direction is like along the slope, then it facilitates the sliding of this mass of ice and rock debris and snow along the slope. And higher temperatures, because winters may be, see, on the whole वैसे तो winters है, temperatures drop to as low as like 60 degree in such areas, or maybe minus 40 degrees or minus 30 degrees, but you need to have the day and night का temperature में difference होता है, और you depending upon the aspect of the sun, उसमें भी अलग अलग locations में differences होते हैं, temperature differences. स्नो के अंदर भी डिफरेंसेस होते हैं, जो स्नो का टॉप पे होगा टेम्परेचर, नीचे डिफरेंस होगा. सो जो टेम्परेचर डिफरेंसेस होते हैं, हायर टेम्परेचर जब क्रिएट होते हैं, सो यू सी एज द रिजल्ट ऑफ दिस टेम्परेचर डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन द टॉप पोर्शन ऑफ द स्नो एंड द बॉटम पोर्शन, एक्चुअली वो मेल्ट होने लगती है नीचे से, विच कॉजेज स्लाइडिंग. सो वो स्लाइडिंग को फैसिलिटेट करता है हायर टेम्परेचर्स, बिकॉज अगर लो टेम्परेचर्स होंगे एक्सट्रीमली, देन ऑब्वियसली इट वोंट स्लाइड डाउन, राइट. सो इट इज indeed a very important factor. And thirdly, avalanches are not common in North America and Europe. आपको पता है नॉर्थ अमेरिका और यूरोप में काफ़ी स्नो मिलती है, माउंटेन्स हैं, तो वहाँ पे बहुत फ्रीक्वेंट है avalanches. They are not uncommon, and a lot of these backpackers and climbers and skiers, they get trapped frequently. They get either injured or they get killed, get buried under the huge debris of ice every year, because avalanches are common in North America and Europe. So now you know what is the right answer to this. So third जो statement है, that is incorrect, and first and second are correct. All right, so let's move on with our journey of the quiz. Question number 3. But before that, again, क्या करना है आपको? जो लोग अभी आए हैं, सेशन अभी ज्वाइन किया है, आपको menti.com में जाना है, 8607039 कोड यूज करना है और क्विज में पार्टिसिपेट करना है एक्टिवली लीडर बोर्ड पे, नॉट इन द चैट बॉक्स, बिकॉज चैट बॉक्स में भी आप लोग एक्टिव हैं. ऑलराइट, सो आपको लीडर बोर्ड पे एक्टिव रहना है. सो इवन इफ यू आर नॉट श्योर, very sure about some question, don't worry, you are not going to be penalized, because this is not the real exam. We are just preparing you for the final battle. All right, also please do not forget to like the session and share the session as much as possible with your friends. All right, so all geared up for the next question, question number 3, and here we have the question in front of you. आंसर फास्ट टू गेट मोर पॉइंट. जितना जल्दी आप आंसर करेंगे उतने ज्यादा पॉइंट्स मिलेंगे. इसमें आपको इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट आइडेंटिफाई करना है. डोंट फॉल फॉर द ट्रैप, डोंट अज्यूम पहले क्वेश्चन में क्या था, इस क्वेश्चन में भी वही होगा. यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट्स, राइट. मोर देन 500 people and 100 elephants die every year due to conflict with each other as per the Environment Ministry. First statement. And the second statement is collection of fuel wood from forest, livestock grazing in forest, and heavy traffic movement in forested area are some of the important causes for animal attacks on humans. So अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी basic knowledge है environment से related, you would be able to get this right definitely. It's not a difficult question at all. And I'm sure that many of you can get this question right without much difficulty, and those of you who don't worry, I'm there to explain the answer to you. So time is going to be up soon. 5 4 3 2, and the time's up. Let's see what is the right answer. Neither 1 and 2, neither 1 and not 2. That means both of them, they are not incorrect. They are not incorrect. Incorrect पूछा था, so that means neither 1 and 2. All right. So it is talking about the conflict between man and animal in general, and the first statement is more specific. It is talking about the man-elephant conflict. And in India, you know that इंडिया में जैसे जैसे डिग्रेडेशन हो रहा है जंगल्स का, फॉरेस्ट का, मैन एनिमल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट एंड स्पेशली मैन एलिफेंट कॉन्फ्लिक्ट भी बढ़ता जा रहा है. And this statement which says more than 500 people and 100 people die every year due to conflict with each other, yes, this is absolutely right. In fact, as per the last elephant census that was conducted by Project Elephant in 2017, there are roughly around 27,000 elephants left in the country, and the number actually is decreasing. Over the last census it has fallen, and what is happening is a lot of encroachment is happening into the turf of the elephant. It's not that elephants have become more aggressive now when they are like kind of attacking the people more vigorously than before. No, it is due to the encroachment of the people into their areas, into the forest, or some conditions leading to the degradation of the forest, which is pushing the elephants out of their jungles and into foraying into fields and these estates and these gardens, etc. So that is leading to what? The man-elephant conflict. And Project Elephant के बारे में, by the way, additional information I would like to provide you that 1992 में start किया था, central government का project है, which tries to protect the population of elephants in the country, and it also seeks to reduce the man-animal or man-elephant conflict. ये भी इसका एक agenda है. As for the second statement, that is absolutely right. There is no question that collection of fuel wood from forest, because of increasing population of the people around, that is leading to increasing pressure on the forest. Livestock grazing हो रही है forest में ज़्यादा, तो अगर जो लिमिटेड फूड सप्लाई है वो लाइवस्टॉक के पास चला गया, डोमेस्टिक लाइवस्टॉक के पास चला गया, सो व्हाट विल बी द एलिफेंट्स लेफ्ट विद, और द एनिमल्स फॉर दैट मैटर, कोई भी एनिमल है उसके पास ज्यादा नहीं, बट तो इस बेसिकली लीडिंग टू कंपटीशन फॉर लिमिटेड फूड सोर्सेज एंड हैवी ट्रैफिक मूवमेंट. ट्रैफिक काफ़ी ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है फॉरेस्ट एरिया से, protected areas से. You know that a lot of these railway lines are passing through a lot of these protected areas, reserved areas, and also train lines है, plus traffic movement could also be in the form of these tourists to the national park, tourists to the protected areas, wildlife sanctuaries. जितना ज़्यादा टूरिस्ट होगा उतना ज़्यादा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट के चांसेस बढ़ जाएंगे. सो द सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज absolutely correct, and what we need to do is we need to have more corridors for these animals. We need to make sure that इंडस्ट्री का इंक्रोचमेंट ना हो फॉरेस्ट में, एक रेगुलेटेड तरीके से टूरिज्म हो. तो ये सारी चीजें हमको देखनी पड़ेंगी टू रिड्यूस दिस मैन एनिमल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट. ऑलराइट, सो लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ द डे, क्वेश्चन नंबर 4. अगेन menti.com पे जाइए प्लीज, डोंट बी लेजी, एंड यूज दिस कोड 8607039 एंड प्लीज to participate in the next question, and who knows, you might get the question right. All right, and also please do like the session if you haven't so far. Please do like it, do share it, and also do subscribe to Gradeup IS channel so that you can get notification in future for all the quizzes that we'll have in future. Okay, so let's come to the second last question of the day, question number 4, and here we have this question in front of you. Which of the following statements is incorrect with regard to the mounting pendency of cases in Indian courts? Incorrect statement identify करना है. 3 options हैं, 3 statements हैं, आपको right option चुनना है 4 statements में से. So you go through them one by one. The disposal rate of cases is highest for high courts, 50%, and at 20% in the subordinate courts. India has only 20 judges per million population, even though the earlier law commission had recommended 50 judges per million. More criminal cases are filed in high courts and supreme court than subordinate courts. काफ़ी टाइम है आपके पास सोचने का. थोड़ा सा इंफॉर्मेशन होना ज़रूरी है in such questions, because it talks about data. So agar aapke paas data nahi hai, then it would be an absolutely random guess, isn't it? So you need to have some basic information about it, and as such it could be somewhat difficult for a lot of you, but nonetheless you can give it a shot. And hurry up please, time's going to be up soon, and it's almost up, and the time is really up. Okay, so let's see what is the right answer. 1 and 3 only, 1 and 3 are incorrect पूछा हुआ था. All right, which of the following statements is incorrect? So you have first and third, because the second statement is absolutely correct. India has only 20 judges per million population. Law Commission ने recommend किया है 50 judges per million. So you can see the difference, because India में काफ़ी pendency of cases है, and that is indeed a big concern. If you have a lot of pendency in the courts, then that slows down the justice to the people. And speedy trial of cases, this is one of the fundamental rights that has been stated by the Supreme Court under Article 21 of the Constitution, right to speedy trial, right? So जितना late justice होगा, delay होगा, that means justice denied. You have heard about justice delayed is justice denied. So we need to have speedy access to justice. For that, we need to reduce pendency of cases. We need to have more judges. And what statement 2 says that we need to have more judges. 50 judges per million होना चाहिए. In fact, guys, US में the number is 105 judges per million. 105. And in India we have just a measly 20 judges per million. So you can imagine किस तरीके से एक डिफरेंस दिखने को मिलता है अलग अलग कंट्रीज में. So we need to work upon it. And the first statement, it is incorrect because the disposal rate of cases is highest for the Supreme Court, between 55 to 59% उनका highest है. Then it is followed by subordinate courts at 40%, and finally it is the lowest for high courts at 28%. So high courts का lowest है, नाम high है but actually it's low, right? And we have the third statement which says more criminal cases are filed in the high courts and Supreme Court than subordinate courts. No, it's the other way around. We have swapped the statements. So basically more criminal cases are filed in the subordinate court. In fact, in 2018 there was this data that was brought up that 81% of the cases are criminal cases in subordinate courts. Only 19% are civil cases. On the other hand, in the case of high courts, we have 60% they are the civil cases and 40% criminal cases. So you can see that this is also incorrect. So I hope you understand the overall context in which the question is asking you. All right, so all geared up for the last question of the day. Please, you know what you have to do. I don't have to remind you. All right, so not reminding you this time, but please do that. All right, so question number 5, last question of the day. Let's see what the question is. I'm sure that you are ready to deal with the last question of the day. And here's the question. Consider the following statements with regard to water quality report for state capitals and Delhi and identify the correct statements. Correct statements हमको identify करने हैं. 3 statements हैं. इसमें से कौन कौन से correct हैं, कौन से incorrect हैं. This is what you have got to identify. Niti Aayog's Composite Water Management Index 2018. India ranks 120 out of 122 countries. Is it correct or not? India falls under the water falls under the concurrent list of the Constitution, and participation of center and state is crucial to make the mission of providing clean drinking water to people. SDG target 6.1 calls for universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water. So you have 3 options. आपको क्या करना है? Correct statements identify करने हैं और सही आंसर करना है. प्लीज ट्राई टू डू इट. इस तरीके के क्वेश्चंस यूपीएससी में बहुत पूछे जाते हैं. इनफैक्ट यू विल सी दैट ऑलमोस्ट ऑल द क्वेश्चंस that have been taken up today, they are very important, and the time is up for you. Time's up, no more time now. And let's see, 1 and 3 only. C is the correct answer, 1 and 3 only. नीति आयोग का जो कंपोजिट वाटर मैनेजमेंट इंडेक्स है 2018, इंडिया रैंक्स 120 आउट ऑफ 122 कंट्रीज. दिस इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट एंड इट पेंट्स अ ग्रिम पिक्चर, अ वरीसम पिक्चर of what could be the future, water future of India if we don't take immediate measures to address this grave problem, one of the biggest challenges facing India today, right? So ये बिल्कुल सही है. In fact, as per this report, around 60 crore Indians face high to severe water stress. So काफी water stress का level बहुत ऊपर है, बहुत सारे Indians उससे impacted हैं, and a lot of Indians die every year because they are not able to have access to clean drinking water. Then we have, so this statement, this is absolutely right. Then we have the second statement, water falls under the concurrent list. No, it is not concurrent list, it is the state list. State list के अंडर में आता है water, and central government supplement कर सकती है effort, but it is basically under the state government. So that is why the second statement is incorrect. And the third statement, SDGs goal, SDG target 6.1 calls for universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water. This is absolutely right, because SDG goals हैं, आपको पता होना चाहिए कितने SDG goals हैं. 17 are there when these goals were adopted by the UN, United Nations, in 2015. ये भी आपको पता होना चाहिए, आपको याद होना चाहिए एक एक गोल के बारे में. What is SDG 1.0, what is SDG 2, what is SDG 3? So SDG 6 is about access to clean drinking water and sanitation, and उसके अंदर भी SDG 6.1 specifically, 6 के अंदर 6.1 specifically, it is talking about universal and equitable access to safe and affordable drinking water. So your homework today after this session is to go through each one of these SDG goals and to know more about them. और याद कर लीजिए प्लीज बाय हार्ट, आपके एग्जाम में बहुत हेल्प करने वाला है. Alright, so with this we are done for the session of the day. I hope you enjoyed the session, and please don't forget to subscribe to Gradeup IS channel, and at the same time like and share this session. I'll see you tomorrow with yet another set of 5 important questions from these 7 important sources like Yojana, Kurukshetra, RSTV, etc. And till then, take care of yourself. Have a good day. Bye bye.